Hello Pisces, this is your extended reading. So, yeah, what I talked about in the first part about you're being detached from your previous reality or from your world, right? That was so inflamed and being healed by these cosmic uh, stars, this belt of stars. I feel like this is something that is it's very fateful. It's very it's this point in your timeline, and perhaps this could be like this point in humanity's timeline that is very it's the recalibration of the old and the new, right? Because we start off this part of your reading with the Wheel of Fortune, but the way that I was seeing this Wheel of Fortune was like this industrial fan that are used like in in big industries. I don't know if you know what I mean, but because I was seeing this stop, right? This very big engine, this very big fan, this industrial machinery, right, stopping. And it's like this huge flow of air that goes through these kinds of industrial fans, right? And if we think of the amount of energy that is required to move this thing and then to make it stop, it's like this really big, intense, and out of our hands thing, right? It's out of our control. So what I was seeing here is like this very important point in our timeline, and in your life, particularly Pisces, that everything that you knew before has come to a halt. Like it had to stop, right? Because you're also being lifted off, you're being taken away from your reality in a sense, right? To look it from above, look it from this higher perspective. And so I feel like to you, maybe whatever you're feeling right now, it's almost like everything is in suspension, right? Because you are suspended, you are being lifted off, you're being taken over on this platform, on this suspended altar that feels very safe. And you're just like, as it moves away slowly from your reality, it's like you're gaining more and more perspective of how stuck or how inflamed things were, right? And maybe you're in this suspended motion, but the message that I'm getting here is that this is required. This is required, right? This stop. And so the three cards that followed are talking about this, the reason perhaps why everything that was in full motion, that was like, this industrial heavy and dense movement, had to stop to give way to something that is more fluid, right? And so here, these three cards are talking to me. Why? So the King of Swords, the Death card, these two came together, and then the Nine of Pentacles. And so, well, first of all, with the Death card in the middle, obviously this stop, this halt, this suspended motion, it's about this transformation. It's about this crossover to this other side, right? Which is very it's very understandable if we think of you being taken away to see from higher up or up above your reality, right? Your old reality. And so here is this, where this line is being drawn, right? The old and the new, the death and the rebirth. And I feel like here it's almost like you're coming here, well, this is all you, Pisces, but also maybe this is the more personal side of it. This is the more individual perception or the individual experience of this stopping, right? Of this engine that is suddenly being halted. Because, you know, you being this King of Swords coming in with brightness and just a bright mind, it's how it's coming through. It's like very smart, very intelligent, very, very, very particular with your words, with your communication. What I'm seeing here, it's like you see more than you tell, right? You see more than you speak of. And I feel like you have this vision, this long distance vision, which it's actually it goes really well with the first part, because as you distance yourself from your reality, you're gaining higher perspective. So your perspective is, you know, being expanded because it's being healed. So now you can see through this cosmic vision. And because you're also being very guided, so I feel like you see it all. Like you have this ability to see, and not everything that you see you can articulate, you can put into words, although you have this brightness about you, this bright mind that can process everything, but not everything is spoken. Because I feel like it's there's a lot of, because everything is suspended here, right? Everything has stopped in your life, or in a bigger sense, like in a worldwide in a humanity perspective kind of way. This transformation is so profound, is so, because remember, here we're talking about this huge machinery that is being recalibrated, right? So it takes a little bit of time. And this transformation being so intense, I feel like whatever you're seeing, you have a lot of, the way that it's coming through with this Nine of Pentacles is like a lot of independent thoughts. Like your mind is very aware, is hyper aware of this big transformation. And not only because you're seeing everything from up above, but you're also seeing while you're going through it, because everything is in slow motion, right? It's like it has stopped. So you're perceiving everything with a lot more attention, with a lot more awareness, right? Your mind, okay, so this is very interesting. Your mind is being hyper activated, and in a way that gives you freedom, that gives you independence, that gives you a way of thinking that is very particular to you. And that's why you perhaps cannot find the words exactly, because it's like, because with this Nine of Pentacles, what I'm seeing here is like maybe you're feeling alone, right? In thinking the way that you're thinking, or in seeing or receiving the kinds of thoughts, the kinds of visions that you're receiving while you're going through this transformation, Pisces. So yes, it gives you this sense of strength, of internal strength, of full independence from resources, right? From external opinions, actually. Because your mind is free. These two are talking about freedom of your mind, right? And so the three cards that followed, it's almost like this rebalancing, because your mind has become free, and perhaps this is the transformation that you're going through, right? The liberation of your mind, the freedom of your own thoughts. And this was something that came through in another reading too, but I can't remember which. But anyways, so here, the 3 cards that followed are talking about, to me, how you are balancing this receptivity of visions, of thoughts, of new thoughts, with common things, with day-to-day things. So we have Justice, and then the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. And so it's almost like this, because, okay, here, I can't hold all of them together. Because here we have a lot of cosmic understanding, right? It's a lot of this freedom of thought that you're gaining. It's because you're viewing everything from the outside in. And because everything has slowed down the pace to a point of, you know, stopping everything, you can perceive more things in more detail than others. And so this is giving you a lot of power, a lot of strength, and a lot of independence. It's how it's coming through. But I feel like this is one side of the coin. This is one side of this scale, right? Of the Justice. So in order to balance out, in order to be able to cope with this independence, with this huge transformation that you're going through, I feel like there is the need for you to engage in day-to-day stuff, in regular stuff, in just fun things. And you know, with these 2 cards, the question that these 2 were giving me was, where's the fun? So perhaps the element that is missing, because in order to balance out this huge transformation of your mind, perhaps you need things that are frivolous, that are just not meaningless, but that are lighter, right? That are just for the fun of it, right? So here they're asking me, and they're asking you, Pisces, where's the fun in your life, right? Because I feel like also before, because you were so immersed in this path of trial and tribulations, you know, going through the harshness of life and challenging experiences, and, you know, stepping up and, you know, overcoming very hard situations, I feel like here it's almost like this relearning, this process of learning again how to have fun. It's almost like to balance out this enormous transformation that is going on. And also because it's just coming through like this. So because this huge industrial fan has stopped, right? So the motion has stopped in your life and everything has slowed down to a point of halt. In order to get the movement going on back again, it's almost like you need to balance out your mind, but also with the independence that you have achieved, right? And perhaps this could be also in a very practical sense, in a way that your work has also been going through this huge transformation, or your practical life, your home life, right? Your financial status, but mainly your mind. I feel like this is mainly an independence of your thoughts, right? The freedom of your thoughts. But to balance this out, you need to have fun. You need to have fun. You need to laugh. You need to just dance, you know, and sing and do things that are just lighter, right? There was this word in my mind, but it just slipped away. Yeah, goofy stuff. Just be goofy, right? Do things with no pressure. Do things that are just uplifting to the heart, right? That are just fun for the sake of being fun, right? And so this is what this justice is talking about. In order to balance, you need to have fun. And so this is actually very, it's a beautiful way to end this initially very heavy message. So let's see what the final guidance from the runes are. Okay. So the rune that came through was Saturn. So although we're ending with this message of finding balance between seriousness and fun, or responsibility and goofiness and just, you know, fun things, this Saturn is talking about how serious the situation actually is. So it's not about thinking that these fun moments are meaningless. That's what I was talking about. They're not meaningless. You know, having fun, it's also a job. I mean, this is something that is really important. What this Saturn is saying is that there is responsibility in order to find balance, that you cannot neglect this part of it too. So don't make fun of having fun. You know what I mean? It's like, don't take it for granted. Like, do not neglect these moments of fun, because they also require this commitment to it, because there's a lot of things going on in your mind. There's a lot of heavy density coming off of your shoulders, and you know, your mind being recalibrated in a very drastic way, right? Your mind being recalibrated by this huge transformation that is going within you. I feel like there is, so this is important, okay? This is really important. This is not something that is childlike. Having fun is some sort of responsibility of yours. So go have fun, right, Pisces? So this is your message today. I hope this was uplifting for you, but also this just this knowing that whatever you're going through, it's a very transformative moment in your life, and it's like this big shift in your mind that is allowing you to express yourself in a very independent way with freedom of thought, but also knowing that there is this other side that has to be paid attention to, that has to be experienced with commitment, with full presence, right? And so yeah, I hope it was helpful to you and insightful to you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.